Yeah, girls. Is my voice audible, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Hello, everybody. So today we'll be dealing with the groups and groups definition, subgroups, and then the identity inverse and identity inverse in integer modulo n, and also we'll be dealing with the notation of u of n, zn, and and we'll be dealing with the cyclic groups and etc. Okay, so let us get into the content. Okay, so is my screen visible, all of you? I hope it
Yes,
is.
madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. Give me a second. Okay, all right. So coming to the groups definition. Okay, so I'll be writing the groups definition first of all. Okay, so a group. So the definition of the groups is as following: let G be a non-empty, let G be a non-empty set with a binary operation, with a binary operation. So he'll be denoting the binary operation with the star. Okay, defined on it, defined on it. Then G comma star is called a group, is called a group if the following properties are satisfied, if the following properties are satisfied. So the first property is associativity. So in associativity, he'll define like this: the operation star is associative, that is, the star should be associated, that is, he meant to say a star of b star c should be equal to a star b star c. Okay, this is for all a comma b comma c belonging to G. Okay, and second property it need to satisfy is identity. Okay, identity. So identity definition goes like this: there exists an element, there exists an element there exists an element E in G such that A star E is equal to E star A is equal to A for all A belonging to G. And the third property it need to satisfy is inverse property. For each element A in G, there exists there exists A dash in G such that A star A dash is equal to A dash star A is equal to G. Okay, so this is the definition of the group. Okay, so when do I say G is a group? Only when G is with a binary operation equipped in it. Okay, and it should satisfy associativity, identity, and inverse. Okay, so for example, if you go for an example, for let us suppose I'll take an example. I'll take set of integers. Okay, set of integers with the binary operation plus. Okay, with the binary operation plus. Okay, I'll say it is a binary operation. Why? Because you take any two elements. Okay, if you are taking any two elements a comma b, okay, belonging to z, again a plus b will be a plus b will be belonging to z itself. Okay, that is why I'll say I am saying it is a binary operation. That is the binary operation definition, as you already know. When you take two elements, the resulting element, okay, if I take a comma b belonging to z, okay, the resulting may be some c, that c should be belonging to z. Okay, if you take any example, you give me an example of integers belong of integers. Can you name out two elements from integers? Just give me an example of z. Give me elements of z. Give me elements of z. Give me two elements of z. Yeah, -2 and 5. Okay, or yeah, 5. Okay, if I take these elements, these elements belong to z. Okay, so if I add them, -2 plus 5 is equal to what for us? It is 3 for us, right? So this 3 element 3 belongs to z, right? In this way, you take any two elements belonging to z. If you apply the operation, that is a operation is plus, okay, the resulting element obviously will be belonging to z. Okay, now let us check whether it is a group or not. Okay, so this z with the operation plus, okay, so I have to check whether it is satisfying associative, identity and inverse. Okay, so that is you take any three elements. Okay, you take any three elements, for example. Okay, so if the definition goes a comma b comma c belonging to z. If I take a star b, okay, here my star is addition, right? A plus b plus c, it should be equal to a plus of b plus c, right? So you give me three elements of z. Let me check whether the associative is associative is satisfied in this or not. Let us check. Give me three elements of z.
7
What? 2. Okay.
1 -3
1 and -3. Okay, belonging to z I am taking. Okay, so these are elements of z. Let me take this one as some a and this as b and this as c. Okay, so now first I'm calculating a plus b plus c, okay, which is equal to 2 plus 1, okay, minus 3, which is equal to what for us? It is nothing but 3 minus 3, which is equal to 0. Okay, so what is a plus of b plus c? It is equal to, what is a for us? It is 2 plus of b plus c is nothing but 1 minus 3. Okay, 1 minus 3, which is equal to what for us? 2 minus 2, okay, which is equal to 0. Okay, it is satisfying associative. You take any three elements, okay, it will obviously be satisfying associative property. What about identity? The third property it should satisfy is identity. That is, there should exist e belonging to z, okay, such that e plus a, okay, such that for there exists e belonging to z for all a belonging to z, such that e plus a is equal to a, okay, and a plus e is equal to a. Okay, so which what is the identity element in z? If I take any element, for example, if I take let me take some 5. Okay, 5 belong to z. Okay, 5 added with what? Okay, 5 added with what? Again I'll be getting 5. 5 added with what? I'll be getting 5. It is
0
it is 0. Okay, right? So the question mark should be 0 for us, right? So can I say 0 is the identity? Let me check for other elements. Okay, let me check for other elements. If I take 7, okay, 7, if I add with 0, am I getting 7? Will you
Yes,
agree?
ma'am.
So can I say identity element in set of integers is equal to 0? Yes, right? So
Yes.
0 is the identity element in a set of integers for us. Okay. So in the same way, and the fourth property to satisfy is every element in Z should have inverse. Should have inverse. Should have inverse. Okay. So that is, um, let me take, so the definition, what did we write here? For each element A in G, okay, for each element A in G, okay, there should exist a dash in G, okay, such that A plus A dash should be equal to what for us? It should be E for us, okay. That is, for example, if I have taken 3, okay, 3 added with what? Okay, 3 added with what? I'll be getting 0. 3 added with what? I'm getting 0.
-3, ma'am.
Minus 3, right. Minus 3, does it belongs to set of integers? Can I say
It
minus
is
3 belongs
belong.
to set of? Yes, right. So minus 3 belongs to set of integers. In the same way, that is, if you take any element, okay, if you are taking any element from set of integers, okay, it will definitely have a additive inverse. Okay. So for example, if I have taken minus 9, okay, minus 9 added with what, I'll be getting 0. See, here it should be identity only. I should write here identity in the third step we got. Okay, identity from the third step we got. Identity is equal to 0 we have found. Okay, that is why I'm writing in the fourth step in place of E, I'm writing 0. Okay, I'm writing 0 here. Okay, now 9 added with what, I'm getting 0.
9.
9.
Minus 9 added with the 9, I'll be getting 0, right? So this question mark, in the place of question mark, I should be having 9, right? So does 9 belongs to set of integers?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
right. So 9 belongs to set of integers. So for any element, can I say inverse exist? For any element,
Yes.
can I say inverse exist in set of integers?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So now can I say set of integers with the operation addition, is it a group? Is it a group?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
a
ma'am.
group because it is satisfying it is having a binary operation, because I can say it is satisfying binary operation because it is closed under operation. Okay, it is closed under operation. That is, if you take any two elements, again the resulting element will be belonging to Z itself, and that is why it is satisfying closedness. In turn, I can say that it is having a binary operation. Okay, and the second one, it is having a it is satisfying associativity, and the third one, it is satisfying identity, and the fourth one, it is having every element is having a inverse. Okay, so listen to the class properly, because in this session I'll be teaching the prerequisites which are required. Okay, and then I am going to play a video for you, and then there will be a quiz in the end. Okay, so I guess it will be easier if you listen to the class properly. Okay, so watch the, I mean, listen to the class properly till the end. Okay, right. So uh, now let me define you um, integer modulo n. Okay, so what is integer modulo n? So it is denoted with Zn. Okay, it is denoted with Zn. Okay, what are all elements of Zn are? It is 0, 1, 2, and so on up to n minus 1. Okay, so integer, this is called as integer modulo n. It is why are we having 0, 1, 2, and so on up to n minus 1 only is these are the numbers. Okay, these are the numbers after dividing with 1. Oh, sorry, these are the numbers after dividing with n. Okay, the reminders, the resulting reminders are will be I'll be having in the set. Okay, for example, if you're talking about Z5, okay, what are the possible reminders you can get after dividing with 5? Okay, you take any element. Okay, for example, if I'm taking 13, okay, 13, if I divide with 5, what will be the reminder I'll be getting here? What will be the reminder I'll be
0.
getting here? So it should be 3 for us, right? It should be 3 for us. Okay, so whatever the reminders I'll be getting after dividing integers with 5, those will be my set here. Okay, so my set here should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are only the maximum elements in Z5. If you take any, for example, if you're taking 22, okay, 22, if you're dividing with 5, so what will be the reminder for us? So it should
2.
2.
it should be 2 for us, right? So 2 I have already, I'm having here. Okay, if you are taking 20, okay. So if I'm dividing with 5, I'll be getting, so it is, the remainder is 0 for us. If you're taking 21, okay, if I'm dividing with 5, okay, so I am getting 1 as a remainder. Okay, I have 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I'm taking 24, okay, if I'm taking 24 and dividing with 5, I'll be getting, so I'll be getting 4 as remainder. Okay, so if you're taking any other element now, okay, any other element, you'll be getting one of these element only. You give me an element here, I'll show you, I'll be getting only one of these element. Now you give me element
29, madam.
20,
9.
29 if you're taking, okay. So if I'm dividing with 5, I'll be getting what? 5 5 is 25, I'll be getting 4. Okay, so if you, what are you seeing? Whatever the remainder you'll be getting here, it will be one of these element only. It will not go out of this element. Always remember, it will not go out of this out of this set. Okay, so so if you are taking any number, any bigger number from integers, okay, from integers only you are supposed to take. Okay, these are the possible reminders after dividing with the 5. Okay, so now tell me, what are all elements of Z4 now? What?
0, 1,
0, 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Very good. So these are elements of Z4. So now let us, okay, let me go for, okay, right. Now tell me, what are all elements of Z10?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7,
7.
8, 9, right? So these are elements of Z10. Okay, so now I'm going to define you the group. Okay, Zn under addition modulo n. Okay, Zn under addition modulo n. This will also be a group. Okay, remember, this is addition modulo n. Okay, this is addition modulo n. Sometimes they'll write in most of the textbooks, you'll be finding this as addition modulo n like this, or just simply addition. Okay, always remember, when you are having, if you are finding any symbol with this, that is, if you are having addition here also, it means that it is addition modulo n. Okay, when you are defining with this set, it will be addition modulo n only. Okay, so how am I going to define this operation is, let me take an example. So for example, if I'm taking Z4 under addition modulo 4, I can write like this. I'm telling you, I can write like this, or I can write like this. Okay, I can write like this. Okay, now now tell me, what are all elements of Z4 for us? What are elements of
0,
Z4? 0, 1, 2, 3.
0, 2,
Okay,
3.
right. So
0,
now,
1, 2, 3.
yes, yes. So now, how am I going to define the operation is, so if you are adding any two elements, okay, if you are adding any two elements, you have to add them and then take the modulo n. That is, you have to divide with 4 and then take the remainder. Okay. For example, if I'm adding this 2 and 3, okay, this 2 and 3 are belonging to Z4. If I add them, okay, how am I going to add them? How am I going to apply the operation? This modulo 4 is, you have to add them and then take the modulo 4. That is, what is 2 plus 3?
5, ma'am.
5 for us. Okay, then you have to take the modulo 4. What does that mean? What is the meaning of 5 modulo 4 is, you divide 5 with 4. Okay, the remainder is what you are supposed to write here. Okay, that is, you have to divide 5 with 4. Okay, the remainder will be what for us? It is 1 for us, right? So so 2 plus 3 modulo 4 is nothing but what for us? It is 1 for us. Okay, so this is how the operation goes. Now tell me, what is, can I take 3 comma 3 belonging to Z4? Can I take 3 comma 3 belonging to Z4?
Yes,
Yes, right? The same numbers I'm taking twice. No, there's nothing wrong in it, right? So how are you going to, what is 3 plus 3 modulo 4? Can anybody give me the direct answer? What is 3 plus 3 modulo 4?
ma'am. 2, madam.
What is 3 plus 3 modulo 4?
2.
Let me add them first of all. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. 6 modulo 4, which is equal to what for us? What is 6 modulo 4?
2, ma'am.
It is 2 for us, right? So this is how you'll be adding any two elements in a Zn. Okay. Now tell me what is identity. That is, for example, if I take any element A belonging to Z, okay, so Z4, okay, Z4, A added with what I'm taken modulo 4 will be getting A for us. What is identity? So for example, if you want me to be very particular about it, if I take 3 belonging to Z4, 3 added with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 3 itself. What is?
0.
Very good. It is
0, madam.
why? Because 3 added with 0 taken modulo 4. 3 plus 0 is nothing but 3 for us. 3 modulo 4 is nothing but what for us? It is 3 itself. Okay. Now this should be satisfied for every element. For example, if I add 2 with a 0, also I should be getting 2 only. Okay. 2 plus 0 2 plus 0 modulo 4. What is 2 plus 0? It is 2 for us. Okay. What is 2 modulo 4 for us? It is 2 itself. Okay. So what is identity element in Z4? It is 0. Okay.
0.
So always remember, I'm doing addition modulo 4. Okay, I'm doing addition modulo. That is adding. You are first adding them and then taking the modulo 4. Okay. Now this is about, right. Now tell me what is additive inverse. Okay, that is 3 added with what? Okay, and taken modulo 4. I'll be getting 0 here. 3 added with what? I'm talking about, see, identity is done. Okay, this is identity. Okay. What about inverse?
-3, ma'am.
Minus 3. Do we have minus
1,
3
ma'am.
here? Do we have minus 3
madam.
here? I don't have minus 3. Okay. How am I go? So what is minus 3 here?
1, ma'am.
It should be 1 for us. Okay. Why? Because 3 added with 1 and taken modulo 4. It is nothing but what for us? 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4 for us. 4 modulo 4 is nothing but what for us? What is 4 modulo 4? What is 4 modulo 4?
0. 0, ma'am.
0 for us, right? So what is minus 3? Minus 3 is equal to 1 for us. Always remember when I'm saying inverse, okay. So actually 3's inverse is minus 3. We all know, okay. But minus 3 we don't have in this Z4. So it is minus 3 in the Z4 is nothing but 1 for us, okay. So sometimes they'll be writing instead of minus 3, I'll be writing 3 inverse also. Always remember, if I'm talking with respect to addition, okay, if I'm talking with respect to addition, 3 inverse meaning what? 3 inverse is nothing but minus 3 only. I'm asking you, okay. That is 3 added with what I'm getting 0 is what I'm asking you, okay. So what is 3 inverse? It is 1 for us, okay. Now tell me what is 4 inverse? What is 4 inverse? Do I have first of all 4? Do I have 4 first of all?
No, ma'am.
I have 4? I don't have 4, okay. But what is 4 for us?
-4.
So what is 4 for us? It is minus 4. Very good. Okay. It is minus 4. Now, what is 4 actually for us? 4 is nothing but 4. What is 4 for us in Z4? That is 4. You have to divide with 4. You have to take the remainder. So what is 4 for us? It is 0 for us. Okay. 0. What is minus 0 for us? What is minus 0? 0 added with what? You will be getting 0.
0.
What will be getting 0? 0 itself. Okay. So what is minus 0? It is 0 itself. Very good. Okay. So now if I ask you what is 2 inverse? What is 2 inverse?
2, madam.
So 2 inverse, I mean that it is minus 2. I'm asking you. Okay. So what is that is 2 added with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 0. Okay. So what is the 2 inverse you're saying?
2.
2, very good. So 2 added with the 2 and taken modulo 4. That is 2 plus 2 is nothing but what for us? It is 4 for us. Okay. 4 modulo 4 is nothing but 0 for us. This is the identity we are supposed to get here. Okay. To find the inverse. Very good. Now let us go for Cayley table. Okay. There I'll clear you out all your inverses and identity there. Okay. So in Cayley table. Okay. So if I want to form the Cayley table for Z4. Okay. Cayley table. if I have to form a KLA table for this Z4, okay, so the elements we have are 0, 1, 2, 3, that's it, right? So let us form a KLA table for this one. So first of all, you are supposed to write all these elements 0, 1, 2, 3 and 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, here, okay, and here you are supposed to write the operation. Here we are taking addition modulo 4 because I'm defining the operation like this, okay, Z4 under addition modulo 4 only I'm taking, okay, nice, right. Next, now, so how am I going to fill up this table is, we have to fill up all these gaps, okay. Right. So this is how I have. Okay. Now 0 plus 0 modulo 4 you have to take. Okay. So what are you supposed to do? You have to take one element from here, one element from here, and then apply the operation addition modulo 4. Okay. What is 0 plus 0 modulo 4? What is 0 modulo 4? It is nothing but 0 for us. Very good. That is what you are supposed to fill up here. What is 0 plus 1 modulo 4? 1. Very good. What is 0 plus 2 modulo 4? 2 for us. What is 0 plus 3 modulo 4? 3. Okay, right. Now, what is 1 plus 0 modulo 4? 1 plus 0 modulo 4, it is 1. Very good. So, I'm supposed to write 1. Okay, nice. So, what is 1 plus 1 modulo 4? 2. Very good. What is 1 plus 2 modulo 4? 3. Very good. What is 1 plus 3 modulo 4? 0. Very good. What is 2 plus 0 modulo 4? 2. What is 2 plus 1 modulo 4? 3. Okay, now next tell me the element. Next element. 0. Very good. Next one. 1. Very good. Next one. 3. Very good. This one. 3 plus 1 modulo 4. 0. Very good. And this one? 1. Very good. Then this one? 2. Very good. So 3 plus 3 modulo 4 is nothing but actually 3 plus 3 is 6. So 6 modulo 4 is what I want. This is nothing but 2 for us. Okay. Nice. Very good. Now, are you clear? Very clear about all the inverses, identity?
Yes.
Okay. And now let us go for order of the element. Okay. Let us go for order of the element. Let me take a new slide. Okay. So let me save this. So I'll save some, I'll give some date here. Okay, right. So let me take a new page. Okay. I'm going to discuss about. So I hope. Just a second. Let us go for subgroup. Okay. Let us go for subgroup definition. Okay. So I have subgroup definition here. So what is a subgroup is? Actually, subgroup is again a group. Okay, always remember subgroup is again a group. Only thing is that it is a subset of a group. Okay, it is a subset of a group. Okay, it will satisfy same whatever the properties that we have for a group. The same thing will be repeated for a subgroup. Okay, only thing is it is a subset of a group. Okay, now I'll write a definition of this group. Okay, if a non-empty subset H of a group G is itself a group is itself a group under the operation of G, then we say H is a subgroup. Okay, H is a subgroup. Subgroup usually is denoted like this. It is a subgroup of G. Okay, subgroup is denoted like this. H subset are equal to G. Okay, this is how I'll be denoting the subgroup. Okay, so what is a subgroup? It should be a group first of all. Okay, is itself a group. Okay, it itself is a group. Only thing is it is a subset of a group. Okay, it is a subset of a group. Whatever the properties that we have for group, same operation, same properties will be there for a subgroup. Okay, now let me define you what is a finite set. And before defining finite set, I would like to give you the order of the element. Okay, the order of the element. Okay, so what is order of the element? Order of element. Okay, so it is the number of elements in a group. Okay, number of elements in a group. Okay, so it is just the number of elements that are present in a group is nothing but the order of the group. Okay, for example, if I give you, if I take some Z7, what are all elements Z7 under addition modulo 7? Okay, so what are all elements that we have under Z7? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it, right? So how many elements do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So order of Z7. I'll denote the order of Z7 like this. Okay, so if it is inside this straight lines, I'll call it as the order of the group. So what is order of Z7? What is order Z7? How many elements do we have in this Z7?
7.
So what is order of Z7? It is 7. Okay. So in the same way, can anybody tell me how what is order of? So I am asking you the question. Order of Z10 under addition modulo 10. What is order of Z10?
10, ma'am.
It is 10. Okay, very good. So, right. So order is nothing but the number of elements present in the group. Okay, right. What is order of an element? I have next question. Order of an element. Okay, I have the next definition. Order of an element. Okay, order of an element. Okay, so let us define this order of an element. It is smallest positive integer. Okay, the order of an element A. Okay, I'll write the definition here. The order of an element A in G is the smallest positive integer n such that a power n is equal to e. Okay, so if it is with respect to addition, it is na. Okay, na if it is with respect to addition. Okay, with respect to addition. Okay, with respect to addition. Okay, if it is with respect to multiplication, it will be a power n. If it is with respect to addition, it is na. Okay, now let us go for order of an element. Let us give few examples in order of an element. Okay, now in let us go for Z3. Okay, Z3. Okay, so what are elements do we have under Z3? What elements do we have under Z3?
0, 1, 2. 0,
Okay,
1, 2.
right. Now, how do we calculate the order of an element? Okay, so what is order of the group? What is order of this Z3?
3. 3,
It is
ma'am.
3. Very good. Now, I want the order of each element. That is, I want order of 0, I want order of 1, I want order of 2. Okay, so this is finding order of each element. Okay, what is order of 0? Okay, what is order of 0? The smallest positive integer it should be. Okay, such that na is equal to 0. Okay, that is n into 0. Okay, should be equal to 0. Okay, should be equal to 0. So what should I put in this place n? Okay. What should be n here? What should be n here such that it should be positive, smallest positive integer such that n into 0 should be equal to 0. So in place of n, what am I supposed to put here so that it will become 0? Give me an answer. What should I substitute in place of n?
3.
0 is not a correct answer. Why? Because it should be positive integer. Okay. It should be smallest and it should be positive. Okay. So give me next number.
3, ma'am.
1.
1. Very good. I can see 3 is also correct. But then out of 3 and 1. Okay. Out of 3 and 1, which is the smallest one? 1 is the smallest. 1 is the smallest. So here I can say order of 0 is equal to 1. Will you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So smallest positive integer such that n into 0 should be equal to 0 for us. Okay. So order of 0 is equal to 1 for us, right? So actually I'm not supposed to write equality. Okay. Right. Right. Now, what is order of 1? Okay. Smallest positive integer such that it is equal to 0. Okay. That is n into it should be equal to 0 for us. Okay. So what am I supposed to put in place of n? What am I supposed to put in place of n?
0.
Positive integer. I told you here in the definition we should have smallest positive integer. Please. It should be smallest positive integer. It should be positive. What should I put in place of n so that it will become 0? Remember, the operation is addition modulo 3.
2.
2 into 1 is 2 for us, no? So, for example, if I put 3, 3 into 1 is nothing but what for us? 3. But 3, say 3 modulo 3 it should be. Okay, it is 3 modulo 3. So, that is why it is 0 for us. So, in place of n is equal to, if I put n is equal to 3, it is becoming 0. Will you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
So, in place, so what is order of 1?
3.
It should be 3 for us. Okay, it should be 3 for us. Okay, so order of 0 is 1 for us, order of 1 is 2 for us, order of 1 is 3 for us. What is order of 2? Okay, so what is order of 2? N into 2, when it will be equal to 0. In place of n, what am I supposed to substitute?
3, madam.
It should be 3. It should be 3. Very good. Okay. So why? Because 3 into 2 is nothing but what for us? 6. But 6 model of 3 is nothing but what for us? It is 0 for us. Okay. So that is why order of 2 is equal to 3 for us. Okay. Order of 2 is equal to 3 for us. For example, let me take one more example. Z4. Okay. Z4 under addition modulo 4. Now tell me, what are elements of Z4? What are
0, 1, 1.
0, 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay, now tell me what is order of 2? What is order of 2? What is order of 2?
2, madam.
It is 2. See, when it comes for addition, it should be taken as n into a. Okay. So if I take 1 into 2, it is nothing but 2 for us. Okay. 2 into 2 is nothing but 4, but 4 modulo 4 is nothing but 0 for us.
0.
Now, what is order of 2 I can take here? It should be 2. Right? Now, what is order of 3? What is order of 3? Just do 1 into 3 is equal to 3 for us. 2 into 3, which is equal to 6. Here also modulo 4 will be applying, no problem. But anyway, it will be 3 for us. What is 6 into modulo 4? It is nothing but 2 for us. It is not equal to 0. Now, let us go for 3 into 3, which is equal to 9. 9 modulo 4 is nothing but what for us? It is, sorry, it should be 1 for us. It should be 1 for us. Okay, I did not get 0 still. Okay, let us go for 4. 4 into 3 is equal to 12. 12 modulo 4 is nothing but what is 12 modulo 4? 0. So what is order of now?
4.
4. Very good. So order of 3 is 4 for us. Okay. Now in the same way, tell me what is order of 1? What is order of 1?
4, madam.
Very 4. I'll clear this one also. 1 into 1 is 1 for us. Okay. 2 into 1 is 2 for us. 3 into 1 is 3 for us. If we apply modulo 4 also, I'll be getting the same 1. Okay. Here also modulo 4, I'll be getting 2. Here also if I apply modulo 4, I'll be getting 3 only. But 4 into 1 is nothing but 4. 4 modulo 4 is nothing but what for us? It is 0 for us. Okay. So what is order of 1? It is 4. Are we clear? Order of each element. Okay. All of you. Here you tell me what is 3 inverse. What is 3 inverse? Just now we have discussed.
2.
Just now we have discussed what 3 inverse. What is 3 inverse?
Minus 3, 1. Madam.
Okay, fine. 3 inverse is minus 3. But what is minus 3?
1, ma'am. 1,
Very good.
madam.
It should be 1. Why? Because 3 added with 1 and taking modulo 4, I'll be getting 0. Okay. So 3 inverse is 1. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now
Madam.
in the same way, you tell me what is inverse of 2. What is 2 inverse with respect to additional modulo 4?
2, ma'am. 2, ma'am.
What is actually 2 inverse? 2 inverse is nothing but minus 2. I'm asking you. Okay. What is minus 2? I'm asking you. 2 added with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 0. Now tell me what is 2 inverse?
2, madam.
2. Very good. Because 2 added with the 2 and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 0. Why? Because 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 modulo 4 is 0 for us. And that is why 2 inverse is 2 itself. Okay. Now tell me what is inverse of 1? What is 1 inverse?
3. 4.
What is 1
3,
inverse?
ma'am. 3, madam.
3. Very good. 1 added with the 3 and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 0. Why? Because what is 1 plus 3? 1 plus 3 is nothing but 4 for us. 4 modulo 4 is nothing but what for us? It is 0 for us. Okay.
0.
So 1 inverse is nothing but minus 1. And I told you with respect to addition when I'm talking. Okay. With respect to addition when I'm talking, 1 inverse is nothing but minus 1. I'm asking you what is minus 1? 1 added with the what? I'll be getting 0. 1 added with the 3, I'll be getting 0. So that is minus 3 is nothing but minus 1 is nothing but 3 for us. Are we clear? Are we clear with the order of element? Are we clear with the order of group? Are we clear of inverses and identity? Now tell me what is identity in Z4? What is identity in Z4? Identity element. Identity element. 0. Very good. Identity element is 0 for us. Okay, very nice. Now let us go for notation U of n. Okay, U of n. I'll go for notation U of n. U of n is nothing but it is set of all x such that GCD of n comma x should be equal to 1. Okay, set of all x such that GCD of when I write like this bracket means that GCD mute yourself. But n comma x is nothing but is GCD of n comma x should be equal to 1 for us. Okay. So for example, if I'm taking a u of 3, okay. What are elements of u of 3 is there should be positive elements. Okay. There should be positive integers such that okay. So they should be less than 3. Okay. They should be less than 3. Okay. And it should be relative prime to 3. Okay, they should be relative prime to 3. So I'll write down the elements of U of 3. Okay, right. So now 1 comma 3. What is GCD of 1 comma 3? What is 1 comma GCD of 1 comma 3? Greatest common divisor of 1 comma 3 is 1. Okay, so I should get see. I'll write here properly. So I'll write according to the definition. Okay, so I'll write here If I, in place of n, I have 3 here. Okay, in place of n, I have 3 here. If I take 1 here, what is GCD of 3 comma 1? What is GCD of 3 comma 1?
1.
1. Okay, so they are relative prime to each other. That is why I can write this element here. Okay, what is GCD of 3 comma 2?
2, madam.
What is GCD of 3 comma 2? It is 1. Okay, greatest common divisors. Greatest common divisors of 3 comma 2 is nothing but 1 for us. Okay, so that is why 2 is also element of u of 3. Okay, so now in the same way, can you give me in the same way, tell me what are elements of u of 6? What are elements of u of 6? Now 1 comma 6. What is GCD of 1 comma 6?
1.
1. So that is why 1 will be there. Okay. Now 2 comma 6. What is GCD of 2 comma 6?
2.
2. So when you are getting 2 here, okay, it is not satisfying the definition. So I will not take this. Only when I get when I get the greatest common divisor between these two elements is 1. Only then I'll take those elements. Okay. Now what is greatest common divisor of 3 comma 6?
3.
3. So that is why I'll not take this. Okay. What is greatest common divisor of 4 and 6?
2.
2, madam. Okay, so that is why I'll not, because 2 is a divisor of 4 and 2 is divisor of 6, and that is why I'll not take this. Okay, what is the greatest common divisor of 5 and 6?
1.
1. Okay, that is why I'll take this. Okay, so what is u of 6 elements? What are elements of u of 6? It is just 1 comma 5. That's it. Okay, only 1 comma 5. Okay. And tell me, can anybody give me elements of u of 8? U of 8. Can I write 1 here? Okay, very good. 1.
3.
3, very good.
5.
5, very good.
7.
7, nice. Okay, so these are elements of u of 8. Are we clear of notation u of 8?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So now can I say I can say this is a group under multiplication model. Let me see, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so let me go for u of 4. Okay, u of 4 under multiplication modulo 4. Okay, let me go for u of 4 with respect to multiplication modulo 4. Okay, so what are elements of u of 4? Tell me, what are elements of u of 4?
1.
1, 2 is also element of this.
3, ma'am.
2 is element of this. No. Tell me next element. 1 and 3. Okay, right. Very good. Okay, let us now tell me what is can I say, is it closed? That is 1. If I take 1, okay, 1 into 3 modulo 4. What is 1 into 3 modulo 4?
3, madam.
What is 1 into 3? 1 into 3 is 3. 3 modulo 4 is nothing but 3 for us. Okay. In the same way, if you take 1 into 1 also, 1 into 1 modulo 4 is also 1 modulo 4. Okay. 1 modulo 4, which is equal to 1 for us. Okay. In the same way, if I take 3 into 3 modulo 4, what is 3 into 3 modulo 4?
9.
9. Okay. 9 modulo 4 is nothing but
1. 1,
1.
ma'am.
Very good. So what are you seeing here? No element is going outside this set. 3 is element of this. Okay, and 1 is also element of this. Okay, in the
Heavy
same
voice.
1 is also element of this. Okay,
Mixed voice का सुन पाड़ो नहीं वहाँ भी
Anita, mute yourself. Anita, right. Now let us go for this. Right, are we clear of inverses? Sorry, are we can I say this is closed under this binary operation? Can I say
Yes, madam.
multiplication and u of 4 is closed under this binary operation or not? Yes, right? So you take any two elements. If you are taking any two elements, if you are applying any two elements of this set only, okay, this set only, okay. If you are applying the operation, you are getting again the element of this set only, okay. So I can say it is closed under this operation. Okay, now tell me, what is identity? What is identity? That is 1 multiplied with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 1 itself. Okay. And in the same way, 3 multiplied with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 3 itself. Tell me what is the element it should be?
One, ma'am.
madam.
1, very good. That is 1 multiplied with 1 and taken modulo 4. 1 into 1 is nothing but what for us? It is 1. 1 modulo 4 is nothing but what for us? It is 1 for us. Okay, I'm getting 1. Okay, right. In the same way, 3 into 1 modulo 4 is nothing but 3 into 1 is 3 for us. Modulo, if I take modulo 4, which is equal to 3 for us. Okay, so 3 into 1, I'm getting 3. Okay, I'm getting 3. In the same way, where did it go? Okay, right. So, where was it? Yeah, this one. So 3 into 3 into 1 I'm getting 3 itself, and 1 into 1 I'm getting 1 itself. Okay, so I can I say identity is 1 here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So what did you observe? In the previous one we got identity as 0, but here I'm getting identity as 1. Okay, as the operation changes, the identity will change. Okay, always remember. Okay, we can't every time we can say that 0 is identity. We can't every time say that 1 is the identity. It depends on the operation that we are using. Okay, are we clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Right, girls. Okay. Now you are clear about order of element. Now tell me, what is inverse of 3? What is inverse of 3? That is, I mean to say, 3 multiplied with what? Okay, I should write here. 3 multiplied with what? Okay. And 3 multiplied with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 1 here. I'll write down clearly. I'll write down clearly. 3 multiplied with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 1 identity. Now tell me.
3, ma'am.
3, very good. 3 into 3 modulo 4. 3
madam.
is nothing but 9. 9 modulo 4 is nothing but 1 for us. Okay, so 3 inverse is 1 for us. Okay. Now in the same way, 1 into 1 multiplied with what and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 1. What is inverse of 1? I'm asking you here.
1, ma'am.
1, very good. So 1 multiplied with 1 and taken modulo 4, I'll be getting 1 into 1 is 1 for us, and modulo 4 which is equal to 1 for us. So 1 inverse is 1 here. Okay. So let us form Cayley table for this. Okay. So let us form a Cayley table for this. That is, I'll be writing elements of U4, U of 4. What are elements of U of 4? We have 1 and 3. Okay. And here also we have 1 and 3. What is the operation I'll write here? Multiplication modulo 4 I'll be writing. Now tell me, 1 into 1 modulo 4 is?
1. 1, ma'am.
What is 1 into 3 modulo 4?
1.
1 into 3 modulo 4. 3,
ma'am.
very good. What is 3 into 1 modulo 4?
3, ma'am. 3.
3. What is 3 into 3 modulo 4?
1.
1. Very good. So this is how you will be filling the Cayley table. Okay. All of you, are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
madam.
let us go for generators. Okay. Now let us go for next definition, generators. Okay. Before going for generators, okay, I have just a second. Before going for generators, let us go for cyclic groups. Okay. Cyclic. Okay, I have cyclic subgroups. Okay, cyclic subgroups. Okay, what is a cyclic subgroup is? Let G be a group. Let G be a group, and A be an element of G. Let A be an element of G. Then A power n. Set A power n such that n belongs to Z. Okay, is a subgroup. Is a subgroup of G. Okay, it's a subgroup of G. Okay, for to say, for example, if I have taken Z10. For example, if I have taken Z10, okay, I'm taking example here. If, for example, if I take Z10, okay, if I'm talking about cyclic group of 2, okay, if I'm talking about cyclic group of 2, okay, I mean to say what is cyclic group of 2 here is 2 power n, okay, such that n belongs to Z, okay. So what is, so here n belongs to Z, so 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2,
2 power 3.
2 power 4, 2 power 5, and so on, okay. So what is 2 power 0 actually? What is 2 power 0 for us?
1 madam.
Here, here when I say, see, with this is with respect to addition, okay, this is with respect to addition, okay. So when I say 2 power n, it means that n into 2, okay, it is n into 2 such that n belongs to Z, okay. So when I say 2 power 0, it means 0 into 2, okay. When I say 2 power 1, it is 1 into 2, okay. When I say 2 power 2, it is 2 into 2. When I say 2 power 3, it is 3 into 2, okay. When I say 2 power 4, it is 4 into 2, and so on, okay. Now what is 0 into 2? See, what is the operation? Operation is addition modulo 10, okay. What is the operation? Operation is addition modulo 10, okay. What is 0 into 2 modulo 10? 0 into 2 is what? 0. 0 modulo 10 is nothing but 0, okay. What is 1 into 2?
1 ma'am.
2, okay. 2 modulo 10?
2 ma'am.
2, very good. What is 2 into 2?
4 ma'am.
4. 4 modulo 10?
4.
4, very good. What is 3 into 2?
6 ma'am.
6 modulo 10?
6.
6, okay. What is 4 into 2?
8 ma'am.
8. 8 modulo 2? Sorry, 8 modulo 10?
8 ma'am.
8. In the same way, what is 5 into 2?
10.
10. What is 10 modulo 10?
0 ma'am.
0, very good. What is 6 into 2?
12.
12. 12 modulo 10?
2 ma'am.
2. So what are you seeing? The repetition is going on, right? So if I write here, okay, in the next few elements also, if I write here, okay, okay, 6 into 2, 7 into 2, 8 into 2, 9 into 2, and so on, okay. So 6 into 2 is 12. 12 modulo 10 is 2 for us. 7 into 2 is, what is 7 into 2 modulo 10? It is 14. 14 modulo 10 is 4 for us, okay. 8 into 2 is 16. 16 modulo 10 is 6 for us, and 9 into 2 is 18. 18 modulo 10 is 8 for us, okay. So what are you seeing? You are seeing the repetition, yes or no? Right.
Yes.
Only I'll be taking non-repeated elements, that is 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. I'll write the set, okay. So if I write it in the set form, it is only 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So cyclic group of 2 is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, okay. Now if I'm talking about generators, okay, generators, if I'm talking about generators, okay, if I want generator for Z10, okay, it is an element of Z10, okay, which produces every element of Z10, okay. For example, if you are taking cyclic group of 1, okay, what a cyclic group of 1 is 1 power n such that n belongs to Z, okay, 1 power n such that n belongs to Z. But here it is addition modulo n, that is why 1 power n will become what for us? N into 1, okay, it is n into 1 such that n belongs to Z, okay. Tell me what are the elements of cyclic group of 1 here now? 0 into 1 modulo 10 is 0. 2 into 1 modulo 10 is 2. Sorry, 1. I'll start. 1 into 1 modulo 10 is 1 for us. 2 into 1 modulo 10 is 2 for us. 3 into 1 modulo 10 is 3 for us. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Okay, and so on. Okay, I'll be getting till now 9. Okay, I'll be getting 9, okay, right. So in the same way, if I'm talking about, I should be talking about elements of Z10 only, right? So in Z10 I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And these elements are there. I have written cyclic group of 1. What is cyclic group of 2? We have just written, it is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, okay. In the same way, what is cyclic group of 3? We have Now tell me, what is cyclic group of 3? It is 3 power n such that n belongs to Z. But always remember, here we are talking with respect to addition. We are talking with respect to addition. So 3 power n will become what for us? N into 3. Okay, it will be
N into
3 such that n belongs to Z. Okay. Now, tell me what are elements of cyclic group of 3?
0,
0. Very good.
3,
Very good.
9,
6. Very good.
9,
9. Very good.
2,
With respect to under addition modulo 10. Okay, under addition modulo 10.
Enough, madam.
Huh?
2,
2. Very good.
ma'am.
2. Very good. Which next one?
5,
5. Very good.
8,
Next is 6 into 3, right? So 6 into
8, ma'am.
8. Very
Madam.
good. Next one?
Next 1, 1,
Huh?
1, madam. 1, madam.
1. Okay, very good.
Next 4, madam.
4. Very
Four.
good.
Next 7, 7,
7. Next
0,
0. Okay, next
3,
3.
3.
Okay, next.
6,
Okay, what are you seeing? The repetition of elements is you are seeing. If I'm writing this in set form, I'll be getting 0, 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7. This one only. Okay, that is if I write if I write them in a proper order, I'll be getting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is okay, and 9. Okay, so generator is nothing but if an element from here, if it generates all the elements of Z10, I can say it is a generator. Okay, so can I say cyclic group of 3 is a generator? It is producing all elements of Z10, right?
Yes.
So can I say cyclic group of 3 is a generator?
Yes, ma'am. Madam.
Yes, very good. So can I say cyclic group of 1 is a generator?
Yes, ma'am.
1 is a generator for Z10. Okay, can I say 2 is a generator for Z10?
No, ma'am.
No, I can't say, right? Very good. Now, can I say 4 is a generator?
No, madam.
Cyclic group of 4. Can
No,
you
ma'am.
elements of cyclic group of 4?
No, ma'am.
Can I? Can you give me elements of cyclic group of 4?
0,
0. Very good.
0, 4, 4,
Huh?
8, 4,
4, 8. Okay.
8, 2,
2. Okay.
6, 6,
6. Okay.
0,
0. Next.
4,
4,
8,
8, and so on. It is repeating. Okay. So only elements of cyclic group of 4 are 0, 4. If I write them in proper order, okay. Only elements I'm getting it as 0, 2, 6. Oh, and I have 4 also. I'll write in order. Okay. I have 4. Okay. 6 and 8. That's it. Right? That's it. Okay. So it is not producing all elements of Z10. So I can't say it is a cyclic group of 4 is a generator. Okay. So remember, whichever are relative primes, they'll become generators. Always remember whichever are the relative primes. 1 is a relative prime to Z10. That is why 1 is becoming a generator. We have seen already. Okay. So 1 is a relative prime. 2, is it a relative prime to Z10?
No, ma'am.
No, that is why it is not a generator. 3, is it a relative prime?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. That is why it is a generator. Okay. 4, is it a relative prime to Z10?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. 5?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. Very good. It is no. It is a no. Okay. Now what about 6?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Because 2 is a greatest common divisor. Okay. Now what about 7?
Yes, ma'am.
7 is a relative prime and that is why 7 generates Z10. Okay. What about 8?
No, ma'am.
No, it is
No,
not.
ma'am.
What about 9?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. All of you. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
The generators. So here in the last I'll be writing Z10 is equal to sorry, here it should be Z10. Okay, so can I write Z10 is equal to cyclic group of 1, cyclic group of 3, cyclic group of what all are there?
7.
1, 2,
7.
not 4. 4 is not a 7. Okay, 7 is not, 4 is not a generator, no? 9, that's it. Okay, cyclic group of 1 is, cyclic group of 1 is relative prime. And next what we have, 3 is relative prime, 7 is relative prime, 9 is relative prime. So Z10 is equal to cyclic group of 1, cyclic group of 3, cyclic group of 7, cyclic group of 9. Okay, do you agree? All of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Here I have a video. Okay, so let us watch it. Okay, I have a video for you. Let us watch it. Mute yourself. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Is the voice? Girls, is the voice audible? Is the
No, 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 ma'am.
voice of the video?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Now is it?
No, ma'am.
It's not. It's not audible.
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay,
madam.
right. Okay, right. Okay, girls. Okay, no problem. What I'll do, I'll just send the link of this video. Okay, so that you can listen to this. Okay, let us
Okay.
answer the quiz. Okay, let us answer the quiz now.
Right. Katra kiti vinay.
Let us answer the quiz. Okay, let us answer the quiz. Now tell me, intersection of a subgroup, is it a group? Or is it a subgroup, or is it a semi-group, or is it a cyclic group? Intersection of a subgroup.
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 It is a subgroup. Okay, very good. Now, the group of matrix with the determinant dash is a subgroup of group of invertible matrices under multiplication. But it will become a group. Only if a determinant is equal to dash, then it will become a group. Only when the determinant is equal to dash, it will become a group. Under multiplication, the determinant of a matrix, general linear. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll explain this question. Okay, okay. Now, let K be a group of with 8 elements. Let H be a subgroup of K, and H is subgroup of K. It is known that the size of H is at least 3. The size of H is, okay. So always remember, okay. So H is a group, okay. H is a group with the elements 8, okay. And sorry, K is a group, okay. And H is a subgroup of K, okay. H is a subgroup of K, okay. Whenever anything is a subgroup, okay, the order of this H will divide the order of K, okay. Order of H will divide order of K. Order of K is what? 8, okay. So what will be order of H? Divisors of 8. ante kada? Always remember only one thing, it's that whenever H is a subgroup of K, okay, whenever H is a subgroup of K, order of H should divide order of K, okay. Order of H should divide order of K, okay. I am given order of 8, order of K is equal to 8. Then what is order of H? It should be divisors of 8, kada? It should be divisors of 8. What are divisors of 8 for us? What are divisors of 8? What are divisors of 8? Answer me, what are divisors of 8?
2, 4,
1, 2, 4. Right? 1.
4.
But it is said what? H is at least 3. Ante 3 kana peddadi. Right? It should be greater than 3.
2,
So
4.
1, 2, 4. In that,
Four,
what
madam.
which is greater than 3? It is 4. Very good. 4. Okay, right. Now, the order of the group Z16. Okay, what is the order of the group Z16? What is order of group Z16? What is order of group Z16? Z16 no elements unnai. 16. Very good. 16 elements. Very good. What is the inverse of 9 in Z11? What is the inverse of 9 in Z11? What is the inverse of 9 in Z11?
2, ma'am.
2. Very good. Okay. Now, here we have 4 options. You have to select one. Okay. In U of 7, you have U of 7. What are elements of U of 7?
1,
1,
3.
2.
1, 3.
What about 2? What about 2?
Yes, madam.
2 is also element. What about 3?
3. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 4,
3. 4. Yes, ma'am.
5,
No. 6. Yes, ma'am.
6.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
So we have 1 up to 6. Okay. Why are we getting all the elements? Because it is a prime. Okay. 7 is a prime and that having all the elements. Okay. Now tell me, what is identity of U of 7? What is the identity of U of 7? What is the identity of U of 7? What? See. Under multiplication modulo. Under multiplication
1,
modulo.
madam.
1. Very good.
1, ma'am.
Now, what is inverse of 2? 2 multiplied with what? I'll be getting 1. 2 multiplied with what? I'll be getting 1. 2 multiplied with what? I'll be getting 1. 2 multiplied with what? Just multiply. 2 with 6. What is into 6?
Madam, 4.
4. Very good. Why? Because 2 into 4 is 8. 8 modulo 7 is 1 for us. Right? So 2's inverse is 4. Okay. What is order of U of 7? How many elements we have in U of 7?
6, ma'am.
6. Very good. What is 3 into 4 in U of 7?
12. 5, ma'am.
5. Very good. Okay. Why? Because 3 into 4 is 12. 12 modulo 7 is 5 for us. Okay. Now tell me, what are all generators for Z6? Can I say 1 is a generator for Z6?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Madam.
What about 2? 2 is a generator for Z6?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, no. Why? Because it is not a relative prime, right? What about 3?
No, ma'am.
No. What about 4?
No, ma'am. No, madam.
What about 5?
Yes, ma'am. No, madam.
Yes. 5 is a relative prime to Z6. Okay. Now, how many generators does the group Z8 have? Okay. How many generators do we have for Z8? Now tell me, what are all, how many relative primes do we have in Z8? How many relative primes we have? 1. Very good.
1,
1,
3,
3. Very good.
5,
5. Very good.
7.
And
7.
so how many we have totally?
4. 4, ma'am. 4.
4. So option should be 4 for us. Okay. Is a set of integers a group under multiplication? Now who will answer me? Set of integers under multiplication. Is it a group? Under multiplication I'm asking you.
Inverse lo pochadu, madam. No. No, ma'am.
No, why? No, why? Why are you saying no? Just say whatever the answer you get. Why are you saying no? Okay, you can say, right? Does the 2 inverse exist?
No, ma'am.
Multiplication. 2 inverse does not exist in integers, right? 1 by 2 we don't have, and that is why it is not a group. That's it. And now, what is 22 in Z9 under addition modulo 9? What is 22 in Z9?
1, ma'am.
What is 22 in Z9? What is 22 in Z9 under addition modulo? It is 4.
Ma'am.
It is 4, no?
4.
9 2s are 18. We had to get the remainder only, no?
Yes, madam.
So what is it? 4, right? It is? Okay. That's it. And we didn't answer this. The group of, it should be determinant should be 1. Always remember, determinant should be 1, only then it will become a subgroup of group invertible matrices under multiplication. Okay, only when you have determinant is equal to 1, invertible matrix exists. Okay. Right, are we clear? So let us submit it. So let us view the score. Right, all of them are right. Okay. So first one is right, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, are we clear? All of you. Okay, right. Okay then. Girls. Okay. See you in the next class.